a fourth basic principle. Marifa is not afraid to be called on. She knows her teachers will encourage her, even if she gets the wrong answer. Since the trainee teachers practice their new skills every day, they quickly see the benefit of their preparation and planning. Because they make their lessons relevant, the children respond with interest and enjoyment. And because the children are getting individual attention, they are motivated to learn. This on-the-job training program is hard work, especially for women like Naik Paveen. Her day is not finished when she leaves the school. She lives with her 2 children in her father-in-law's compound. Her husband is away working in Karachi. She must combine her teaching and studying with her other household and childcare duties.
इसमें सर हम घर का काम जो कुछ भी हो हम छोड़कर अपना ये काम पूरा करते हैं। बच्चे बीमार होते हैं उस वक्त भी हम उनको भी छोड़कर हम ये काम करते हैं। अपना ये काम खूबी से निभाते हैं सर।
But the extra income, which comes with being a qualified teacher, is a powerful incentive.
इस पैसे को मैं अपनी बच्चों की तालीम पर खर्च करूंगी। कुछ बचत करके इसमें से अपने बच्चों की तालीम के लिए कुछ जमा करूंगी सर।
हाँ बेटी, आपने क्या महसूस किया इसको सुनकर? खुशबू महसूस की। आज हमारे सबक का इन्वान है।
The field-based teacher development program is a radical departure from conventional teacher training. But like any new program, there are growing pains.
Because you're told that. But
Chairman of the Aga Khan Education Service Pakistan, Asif Fancy.
What we want are independent, free-thinking individuals who, when they leave the school, can become a contributive part of the society in which they live. That requires them to be taught in such a way that the teachers believe that that is the way to go. I feel that the problem with the field-based at the moment is that this concept may not be totally understood by the people who are actually learning from it.
2 evaluations of the program, partly funded by the International Development Research Centre, have deemed it a success. But they also voice Asif Fancy's concern. Do the trainees sufficiently understand what they're being asked to do, and why? Are the principles of good teaching supplied by the master trainers clear enough? The evaluators visited some of the first trainees and found inevitably that some had slipped back into their old ways. To address this problem, learning supervisors have been appointed. They visit former trainees to encourage them, give advice, and report on their performance. And what about the children of these isolated valleys? Are the improvements in teaching making a difference in their lives? Marifa and her friends face an uncertain future. The changes coming to these valleys bring with them new opportunities and new risks.
Thanks to education, options for women are growing. The course of Marifa's life is less easy to predict than her mother's. For Marifa, the impact of the field-based teacher development program cannot be measured only by evaluations, but also by her new enthusiasm for learning.
Ngatanum si sarangulo ilkinan yastamedi. Tutang si sagana sangkusati. Isa hada sana dusu mananusan ya yang kudamini siap.
In the developing world, education is closely linked with the quality of life. If people can read and write, they are better able to learn new methods of sanitation, nutrition, healthcare, or new farming techniques. If a girl has even 4 years of school, her children will be twice as likely to survive infancy. How can education be more accessible, make best use of available resources, and be relevant? One organization seeking to answer this question is the Aga Khan Education Services. The Aga Khan Education Services, or AKES, was started in the late 19th century by Sir Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan, who opened schools in India and East Africa. His grandson, the present Aga Khan, began expanding the size and scope of the system in the late 1950s. It now forms part of the educational fabric of a number of developing countries. Today, AKES is facing new challenges, from bringing education to rural children, to the introduction of new technology, to providing education for women. Hidden in the mountains of northern Pakistan are some of the most isolated communities on earth. Per capita income is only $150 a year, and the infant mortality rate is among the highest in the world. Farmland is scarce, and most families scratch out a living on less than 2 acres of rocky ground. Bibi Hayat is 60 years old and illiterate. She never had a chance to go to school.
Damuto ku amhik mudwa shawan sabaka ku jamaate tin sewa je zamindari ulo dawa samaga sabakan gatana so mani biar zamana Thailand bilum sabak me gatan sayo man mi etulapim sukulan etu aktula ki karbara na pim kaman men hinaltana gataibam eteulo si we ete wakte hinaltana gatana guslias damana phatu manan etulo.
Nearly 500,000 women live in the northern areas of Pakistan, and less than 3% of them can read and write. Mataban, Bibi Hayat's granddaughter, is one of the few who can. In the northern areas, the government isn't able to provide education for girls. Mataban goes to an Aga Khan Diamond Jubilee School, one of 117, which are helping to correct this imbalance in the educational opportunity for girls. This school was opened at a time when there was little appreciation for the importance of female education. But today, things are changing, and a growing demand for female education is straining the school's facilities. Mataban's school has only 3 classrooms for 300 students. Some have to sit outside on the cold ground. In their determination to learn, some children write their lessons on slabs of wood with sticks and mud. Villagers are well aware of the need for better facilities. Throughout the northern areas, parents are volunteering to build a network of new schools for their daughters. Roof raising is a time for celebration. In the AKES self-help school construction program, villagers supply labor and wood, sand and bricks. The Aga Khan network provides technical expertise and materials which are not available locally. Despite philosophical differences, everyone is cooperating to build the new school.
तुम पैदा था और जा कुछ जैसा तो यूं खराब पानी में दा कुछ बदीमी कुछ दीम चुमिल जा दी की इज्जत दुआ से मिजा अरीन की इज्जत दुआ से मिजा قوم قسمت से तुम का जे शौक قوم के शो मनाज की जा खिंचर
जत्तंगी छुड़ो मी गुलामी उड़ो गिफ्तार बमसे शार ويون هلان تدروس من هذا التاكي ماني نسن وقت أيو هرن هنا أي أنا بشاي كنت علم التاكي هقول سيام قوم هقول سيام.
One of the system's distinguishing features is its corps of volunteers. Tens of thousands of men and women are involved.
Within the Imamate institutions, we are very fortunate indeed to have such extensive voluntary support. And I think that very often when one thinks of voluntary support, there is a sense of help from people who are not necessarily qualified or who bring sophisticated reflection to what they do. In our case, I would say that it isn't the situation. The voluntary service that we get covers an enormous span of support, from individuals who help building schools in rural areas, to people who help the poor and the sick, to people who contribute to some of the most sophisticated planning processes that we have.
I'm happy to report to the board that the work was done within the time frame that was given.
So the voluntary support that is given covers practically every aspect of our network of activities.
Throughout the developing world, the poor quality of teaching is a major problem. In the northern areas, more than 50% of all teachers haven't had any training. With support from the Aga Khan Foundation and the government of Pakistan, the Aga Khan Education Services has started an innovative program in on-the-job training of uncertified teachers. They practice the new methods in an environment similar to the one in which they actually teach. They also study the theory of education, child psychology, and school administration.
जबकि पहले हम सिर्फ किताब हाथ में लेके बच्चों से किताब में ही हम पढ़वाते थे कि ये मकनातीस है और लोहे और फौलाद की चीज़ों को अपनी तरफ खींचती है। तो आज जो मैंने लेसन दी इसमें मैंने मकनातीस लाई थी, वो लाई थी और गैर मकनातीसी अशिया लाई थी, तो बच्चों ने अपने आँखों से वो देखा और उनकी जो है जल्दी सीख गए उस सबक से मेरी तरफ लाए।
The program is being expanded to government schools and to other areas of Pakistan. The standard for female education in the northern areas has been set by the Aga Khan School in Sharkila.
Hands up. Hold your arms. Wash your hands. I am washing my hands. I am combing my hairs.
The curriculum includes English, Urdu, mathematics, art and history. Special attention is placed upon science.
Since this school has been started, no father wants to take his daughter away, even if she fails. The girls used to be married off around the age of 14, 15. But now every girl wants to complete her matriculation before she settles down. The parents also feel she must pass her matric before she gets married.
क्योंकि यहाँ तालीम की वजह से हमारा घर में काफ़ी कुछ फ़र्क आ गया है, तो सफाई सिखाते हैं, खाने पीने में कुछ फ़र्क सिखाते हैं, उड़ना बैठने में कुछ सिखाते हैं, तो इससे हमें बहुत फ़ायदे मिला है। तो हम इससे बहुत खुश हैं और बहुत शौक़ से इधर अपने बच्चियों को भेजते हैं और शौक़ से पढ़ाते हैं।
The education of women is critical. Without it, how will these communities have the teachers, nurses and lady doctors which they so desperately need? The new Aga Khan Academy in Karimabad provides girls in the northern areas with an opportunity they never had before to complete their high school education. And Matabad, what does the future hold for her?
मैं उम्र 11 साल हम मस 5 परमानी उसने दांटे डॉक्टरी बात सही नट यही पशीत ने मस यही पशीत आवे विनिस डॉक्टर आने बुका तो ने को में खिदमत में।
With the support of governments, the Aga Khan Foundation and other international agencies, the Aga Khan Education Services operates a network of over 300 institutions and programs throughout the developing world. Its programs are open to all. Total enrollment exceeds 50,000 students, from preschool to university.
We see the importance of the economic dimension of education, but we don't accept that as the full story. We see that we must make it relevant to the lives and the environment that people are living in. And I don't think it's possible just to reduce that to the creation of jobs. But I think it's important that if we look at it economically, to see that we're trying to achieve a mix of learning, of knowledge, skills, attitudes, that enables those persons to maximize the benefits from their own environment, to reduce their dependency, but without destroying their social, their cultural, and their religious roots.
Ofafa Jericho School, Nairobi. Today, for the very first time in Kenya, computers are being introduced into a government school. This Aga Khan Foundation-supported program began as an experiment at the Aga Khan Academy. The project in computer-assisted learning is designed to be a joint learning experience. Both teachers and students are encouraged to use computers in different subjects, solving a variety of problems.
Let's try and make museum sulfate. Just try.
The project has improved the ways teachers teach. Now they encourage discussion and group interaction and are more willing to experiment in the classroom. The students have also welcomed the new technology.
Correct. Alkali metals and alkali.
Now you have approximately 20 minutes to try and complete your work.